Hello and welcome back to Inside the Admissions Office. Evan Cudworth here, here to take you through a concept in admissions that I think can be very confusing. It's called holistic admissions. The idea being that the whole is more than the sum of its parts. What does that really mean? That means that admissions to American and some UK universities are based on more than just your grades and your test scores. They're looking at the whole person. So things like what you do outside of class and what teachers might say about you as a student, these all factor into the admissions process when officers go to vote you into a certain college. So I'm going to take you through 3 examples of types of students that all are great students in their own right and probably could all be admitted to great programs. However, if you were to admit one of these students, why would you admit them? And what would that look like? Would you go with top grades and scores, or would you go with other factors? So let's go through a little bit what these students might look like. So student 1 right here, a 680 math, a 700 English, very high grades, has a 96% average. He does cancer research, and teachers say he's very focused, right? So an 96% average here, great student. Student number 2, 790 math, strong in math, a little bit weaker on the English side, 600. Has a 90% average, pretty good. She volunteers at a local nursing home, but teachers say she's quiet in class. Okay, so a strong student, maybe a great math student, but a little bit weaker on the English side. Finally, we have student number 3. This is a 750 math, 720 English, lower grades, only an 81% average. However, she started her own company. And teachers say she's a natural leader, but has late homework. So what are we to make of these 3 types of students? Part of it would depend on the type of program that they're applying to. Perhaps this is an MBA program, in which case the started the own company is a really strong area. Maybe this is a math program where this math score matters much more than the English. But perhaps this is a program that requires very high-level competency in English, maybe even an engineering program. In that case, a student that's quiet in class and isn't going to speak up, an admissions officer might say, that isn't someone that we're looking for this year. We really want one of this very focused student. Or maybe we're looking for the natural leader. So as you're looking at these, think to yourself, if you were to look at these 3, which student would you want on your campus? Which student would you want to work with? Chances are, based on who you are, that's going to change and it's going to be different. So that's just something to keep in mind. As you're building your college essay, you're more than just your grades and your test scores. Yes, these things are very important components of the application, but they're not the only thing. You need to tell your story. You need to show all of the things that encompass you as an applicant. And only in that way will you be able to become more than the sum of your parts and gain admission to the program that's the best fit for you. So hopefully this sheds a little more light on what holistic admissions looks like. Stay tuned for more from Inside the Admissions Office. Thanks.